Hi everybody, Grandma Beth here, and welcome to my movie review of the week. Now we just did it on Saturday because Friday we had to go into town. So we did it Saturday. Bob made all our popcorn and we sat and watched it for the afternoon. And the movie we chose this week was called Clean, C-L-E-A-N. Plain and simple, right? And it stars Adrian Brody. Now, apparently he wrote it and directed it and produced it and all kinds of good stuff. So he was really involved with it. And I imagine it's rated at least, I don't see anything on here that says what it's rated. But don't be misled by the title, trust me. It has to be at least R. And I definitely don't recommend it for children. Okay. And the Rotten Tomatoes score was 45 for the Tatometer and 56% audience score. Now I think a lot of the audience score probably came from the fact that it was a bloody movie. Let me tell you. I mean, if you're familiar with Quentin Tarantino's movies, which we love, you'll get used to the violence in this one. It starts out kind of slow, and the premise behind it is a let's see, I should read to you a little bit so I don't mess up, It says, in Clean, the protagonist, which is the main character played by Adrian Brody, is a trash man that goes on a Robert De Niro taxi driver reminiscent narrations about the trash on the street and how the world needs to be cleaned up on multiple levels. Well, boy, isn't that the truth. On one hand, it sounds like something Liam Neeson would understand and know how to transform into schlocky fun, but headed up by director Paul Soleil, who has worked with Adrian Brody on similar generic and gimmicky action fare, results in a serious slog that is at best boring and misguided, and at worst a deeply problematic white savior piece. Nah, I don't always agree with the critics. They always look at it from a whole different angle than I think that the regular everyday audience like us looks at it. They look at it for all kinds of creativity and makeup and clothing and backgrounds, all this kind of stuff. We just go for entertainment. See, Mr. Clean, which I thought that was cute, Mr. Clean has a dark past that seems to involve violence and drugs, which led to the loss of a daughter in some fashion. Now, they never really went into detail about how he lost his daughter. It keeps flashing back where you see him with his daughter. See, it says much of this is shrouded in mystery and slowly elaborated on through various flashback snippets, but in the present day. So he has found this one gal, he kind of has taken on like a surrogate daughter. And she lives with her grandmother, and so I think the grandmother has to work and stuff, and so if he comes out, he'll make his dinner, and he'll bring some over for her. Always, and he tries to help her, tries to help her not get involved like with the gangs and stuff. And he's kind of a fix-it guy too. He can fix anything, and of course, being he is a garbage man, he finds a lot of things that are thrown in the garbage that if they're good, he takes them and takes them home, fixes them, and then takes it to his favorite pawn shop and gets some money for him, Pretty good. Keeps himself busy while he's trying to, keep away from his past. He also goes to some kind of a group. It's like AA, but they never did really say what kind of group it was as far as, whether they were there for drugs, because they'd taken drugs in the past, or alcohol, or, who knows. Let's see. And of course, he's got a sponsor who is his barber, and he goes to him for advice every so often. But they never really say what the scoop is on him. So let's see. I don't want to go into too much detail because I don't want to give it away. But once it does start picking up, it holds your interest, I can tell you that, you know. I think Bob liked it more than I did. What I didn't like is, see, we have a hard time, us old fools, understanding what some of the people are saying. So when we watch movies or like stream anything that's from like another country, like, because we like a lot of the British programs, we always put the subtitles on, because half the time we can't understand what they're saying, or they use words that we're not familiar with, so then we look them up. And so along with that comes the lyrics to the music. I didn't care for the, I mean, the music would have been probably okay if I didn't see the words, you know. I mean, I might have picked up on the words, but not like when I see it in writing. And I just felt, you know, it's not necessary to use that kind of language, especially some of the words towards women that were used. And, you know, I just don't go along with that. So that kind of turned me off. I mean, this one little sentence here says, well, I don't want to read that part. Because I want you to see what you think. But ladies, your husbands will probably enjoy it, you know. Pretty bloody and some beatings going on and stuff, you know. So what would I rate it? Maybe 2 stars, but that's mainly because of the language, especially in the songs, and the violence was pretty bad, you know. And you know, he kind of gets involved. He's not involved himself. The mobsters get kind of involved with him because he witnesses something and does something about it. And of course that's mob related, the other stuff, but you know, then it finally comes to light who it is that the mob is dealing with. So I hope I piqued your interest, even though, you know, I was kind of, I didn't stop watching it. I watched the whole thing. So like I say, I bet Bob would have given it a 3 stars. I asked him yesterday what he thought. He never really answered, but sometimes I think he just want to answer because he could tell if, I think I'd already said I didn't like the words, though he wouldn't like them either, but I don't know. Sometimes I think he bases it on how he thinks I like something, and I just wanted to give his own opinion. I mean, not that he doesn't give his own opinion on stuff, trust me. So, yeah, read it. You want something good. It just came out. What did it say? It came out in, it just came out in February. So it's pretty new. And I think its first week out, it brought in like $162,000 or something. I don't know. Yeah, I just don't pay attention to that stuff that much. Or the Rotten Tomatoes score. Usually if the Rotten Tomatoes scores are low, we usually like it. So, so I'll let you go. Please comment below. Like, share, like, subscribe. And, you know, let me know if you watch it, what you think of it, or if you do end up watching it, what you thought of it. I love you all. Bye.